Hey movie junkies, welcome back to Twin Flicks, where we always here celebrating the magic of movies and physical media with you guys. Now before we dive into this review, I just have to give a huge shout out to you, all of you guys out there watching this, because we got a lot of new subscribers over the past week. So I want to thank you so much for subscribing and enjoying the content that we have here. If you have a 4K that you would like us to compare to the Blu-ray to see if it's worth picking up, or if you're just curious of the comparisons, let me know down below in the comments. Today we're talking about Joel Schumacher's 1992, I believe, or 91, Flatliners. Now, Flatliners has had two different Blu-ray releases. First was in 2007 from Sony, which I never picked up for some reason, and it's been out of print for quite some time now. And then in 2014 or 2015, I believe, Mill Creek released this piece of crap. Mill Creek, the staple of physical media perfection.
You suck!
Now in 2007, when Sony released theirs, it was just the start of the Blu-ray era. And I don't know how good it looked. I've heard some mixed reviews about it. When this came out though, 100% pure garbage. First of all, this has numerous issues. It is absolutely littered to the brim with debris. Anything you can think of that would make a bad Blu-ray disc, this is jam-packed with it. It also looks like it was just ported over from an old DVD source. Well, Arrow Video has come to the rescue for us fans of the movie, fully restoring Flatliners with a new native 4K transfer from the original 35mm negative, approved by the film's prolific director of photography, Jan de Bont, who went on to direct Speed and Twister. And this also includes HDR10, Dolby Vision, and the lossless 5.1 surround track. I don't really think it's fair to compare this piece of crap with this, but we're going to do it anyways, because that's what we do here at Twin Flicks. Now, I just watched this a few hours before I came on to shoot this video, and immediately, right away, the opening shots has this gold tones of the sunset against the sculptures, and it looks breathtaking. This 4K with a higher resolution and HDR Dolby Vision color grading immediately crushes the very dated Blu-rays in every way, shape, and form. The images all the way around in this 4K are clearer, they're razor sharp, crisp, and looks fresher and newer than ever before, while still maintaining and holding true to Joel Schumacher's intended look and tones of the film. You have some deep yellow gold tones, but majority of it had a cobalt blue tones. The entire presentation has always had that dim, dark, cold look to it that Joel Schumacher wanted to use to give it the right feel and tone of the film, dealing with death and what happens when you die. The darker night scenes, the low light, all look absolutely fantastic, with dark inky blacks that only brings out a lot more details. Whites also look crisper and brighter than ever before, and they have brighter and more spectacular highlights. There's also new, stronger detail levels that I was very impressed with, and honestly I've never seen before, to the point it feels like I was watching a different movie or watching it for the first time. Other details such as facial close-ups are remarkable, making out every pore, every skin perfection, hair, stitching of clothing. The old 90s camcorder look while recording the experiences is also very detailed and looks much better than the Blu-ray ever did. The presentation also has much more depth to the images. Now, grain structure is also much better resolved and consistent than the Blu-ray ever was, especially the Mill Creek Blu-ray that was just bombarded with heavy grain throughout. And the grain level now has a nice, fine, filmic grain level to it that creates a more cinematic experience. The HDR and Dolby Vision grading only elevates all the colors, giving the specific visual impact that Joel Schumacher and his DP Jan de Bont wanted. Colors are more fuller, richer, and more vibrant than I've ever seen them before, with excellent saturation and contrast balances. A perfect example of how this wipes out the Blu-ray is during Rachel's death experience, showing the exterior and the surroundings of her childhood home with very healthy, rich earth tones, bright, vibrant reds that again makes an impact. It looks incredible. The image stability is rock solid, including optical effects and titles. And this is definitely something that the Blu-rays always struggled with. Flatliners 4K UHD from Arrow Video allows you to fully experience the film as it was always intended to look and to be experienced in. And again, it completely demolishes the previous release Blu-rays, both of them, in every way, shape, or form, especially this, especially that piece of crap that, yeah. This, I'm just going to put this over here. No longer exists. Now, as far as the audio, disappointingly, Arrow didn't spring for a new Atmos mix. This one didn't get it. Instead, we have a DTS HD Lossless 5.1 track. I'm telling you right now that this is a banger 5.1 track that clearly reproduces the film's soundtrack with some impact and punch to it, with more robust sound effects, and the film's score from James Newton Howard comes out of the surround channels with precision and clarity. The whole soundstage is opened up and sounds fuller and richer. Placement is also well done. And the rear channels, when used, supply ample power and effects and completely envelops you in the atmosphere of each of the death scenes. So for Arrow Video's 4K UHD release of Flatliners, I'm giving the video a 5 out of a 5, the audio a 4 out of a 5. So when you compare the two formats here between the Blu-ray and the 4K, which do you think looks better? Or do you see any comparison at all? Let me know down below in the comments. I value your opinion. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to spend a few minutes here with me with this 4K comparison review. Again, let me know down below in the comments what you think of the comparisons between the Blu-ray and the 4K. Also, if you have a 4K that you would like to request us to compare between the Blu-ray, let us know down below in the comments as well. As always, thanks so much for watching, and keep doing your part in keeping physical media alive, and I'll see you next time.